From Hestia using her overpowered ability to free everyone in Orario, to Belle finding out the truth about Freya and Horn being seer, this episode was absolutely insane. So let's go over everything that happened and what is Hestia's ability. This episode starts off with Freya's castle folk vanguard being attacked by an intruder. We find out that the culprit was Ryu and she was let out the dungeon by Horn. We'll go over why Horn let her out in a second, but Belle was specifically told not to leave the room, saying it had to do with his illness, which told Belle immediately that someone was coming to save him. We then go to Ryu's perspective where she's fighting the Freya Familia. The reason she's doing this is because she was sent by Horn, who showed her that she was seer. This was all a plan by Horn to distract the Freya Familia so she could meet Belle. She timed it exactly when their strongest members were sent out to make sure the Loki Familia were all charmed before entering. Now, in her and Belle's conversation, she told Belle why she tried to kill him and how he's unforgivable for making Freya suffer. The fact that he's so dense and that he rejected her, mentioning that if he accepts her feelings, she'll feel redeemed. Now, when she mentions that he's dense, she wasn't talking about noticing Freya's feelings. Obviously, Belle noticed them, but she was talking about the fact that he didn't notice that she was seer, telling him about how they both care about him and asking him to please notice it, which was when Belle figured out that she and Freya were both seer. After this, she ended up giving him back his knife, which she used to stab herself with due to her betrayal against Freya. We got to see her use Vanasif again, which for those who don't know is the ability she was given by Freya. It allows her to transform into Freya and also her original form, which is seer. After transforming into the seer form, she told Belle Freya's true feelings about how much it hurts, that she hurt so many people close to her and that she wishes for him to save her, which is when Belle promised to save them both. Belle immediately ran to Freya's room with Horn in his arms, which he gave to Otar because he promised not to kill her. Now, in his conversation with Freya, he immediately said that she's seer, to which she said was correct but claimed that seer never existed, that seer was just an act to kill time, saying that everything that happened was fake, which didn't sit right with Belle, and he went on to ask if everything was fake, why was she crying when he rejected her, saying that he made her corrupt and that he hurt her so he'll save her. She kept on saying that seer doesn't exist, which made him say there's no way that passionate confession was fake. Also that he won't let anyone pretend she never existed, saying that he won't let anyone deny it, not even her. Which is a funny thing to say to the person who made the character. But while she was saying that there's nothing he can do since she already captured all of Orario, Hestia's plan started. Earlier in the episode we saw that Hestia and Asfi were ready to enact a plan. With the help of Hermes who knew about Hestia's power, they ended up distributing wood with Hestia's blood on it throughout Orario. This was done to create an altar for Hestia to use her ability that only a few people in heaven knew about. Hestia's ability is called Eternal Torch. It's a purification flame powerful enough to rival Freya's charm, though it was weakened upon coming down to the lower world, so that's why she required an altar. Also the fact that she's a virgin goddess, which makes her immune to the charm even after receiving it. She can combine the charm with her flame and undo it. You saw this when the backs of Belle and everyone else lit up. Due to her, everyone ended up remembering Belle, and most of them felt really bad about what they did to him. All of his friends went to save him, and the other adventurers marched towards Freya's castle because what she did to them was unforgivable. With her back against the wall, Freya, now that everyone was coming to save Belle, issued a war game versus Hestia. If you remember from one of the past seasons against the Apollo family, a war game is Familia versus Familia. No one that isn't in his Familia could join, and Belle is going to be the prize. Right now, Belle is a lot stronger, but his Familia is definitely at a disadvantage. So due to this, I think Ryu is definitely going to help again, and maybe Aisha and a few others that he's friends with will probably join Hestia's Familia to help. I don't think Aisha's goddess would ever let her join Hestia's Familia, not even for a bit, so she probably won't be in this fight. But I'm interested to see how Belle's going to beat them and save Freya and Horn. But if you enjoyed, consider watching another. Let me know what you think down below, like and subscribe.